Making it vital for communication. It has the power to influence the way people think, feel, and behave. It will inspire, motivate, and even provide change. In this sense, fine art is an essential catalyst for social, cultural, and political progress. Keeping in mind the exceptional roles of art, I believe today we'll have a fruitful interactive session which will in turn revive, sustain, nurture, and bring about fostering an environment where creativity can thrive, flourish, and inspire among the prominent enthusiastic Naga artists in particular and the Nagas in general. I wish this event the very best, and I wish you a wonderful time. Thank you very much.
And indeed, it is a great honor and privilege for me to introduce a very prestigious Naga artist. Mr. Temsuyanger Longkumer's family hails from Merangkong village in Mokokchung district. However, he was born in Lotha village in Mon district, where he spent his early days. On finishing school in Dimapur, he left Nagaland to pursue art and art education from Government College of Arts and Crafts, Guwahati, then on to the Faculty of Fine Arts, Baroda, and then he went on to the Royal College of Art in UK. He is an interdisciplinary artist based in London right now. Mr. Temsuyanger explores a diverse range of mediums and traditions, sculpture, including drawing, installations, printmaking, sculpture, and time-based art. His work delves into contemporary and political shifts, as well as serendipitously conceived ideas. Temsuyanger's thematic fluidity across diverse materials reflects his joy in exploration and his approach to making the moment. Temsu's work has been widely exhibited, featuring prominently at prestigious events such as the Venice International Film Festival, Kochi Biennale, and Singapore Biennale. His pieces have also been hosted at notable institutions, including the Museum der Kulturen in Switzerland, the India International Center, New Delhi, Pitt Rivers Museum in Oxford, and the Honeyman Museum in London, where one of his sculptures, titled Tattooed Memory, resides in their permanent collection. Recognized with multi-international awards and scholarships, Temsuyanger has undertaken residencies at esteemed institutions, including the Fondazione Toledo in Italy, Lalit Kala Academy in India, Pepperton UK in London, and SIP International His Art in Paris. Since 2022 till the present, he is working as the head of department printmaking at the Art Academy London. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before I begin to sound like an empty gong and a clanging cymbal, please join me in welcoming to the podium the internationally renowned Naga artist, Mr. Temsuyanger Longkumer.
So I've lost my voice a bit, so I'll be talking about it. I've been wanting to do this session, sharing time with fellow artists and art lovers in Naga for a very long time, and I'm genuinely so very pleased to see you all, and thank you all for coming. Thank you also to the Director of Art and Culture, like she said. It has been a while since I used to use events in Naga called very small scale events called Art Picnic. And I think I did that twice in the market and once in Kohima, where I tried to call artists and art lovers to gather in one place and have a little chit chat session. But that was something about 5 years ago, and since then I haven't been able to continue with it. Partly due to COVID. So, and it's been on my mind for a long time, and yeah, this year, but I think 2 months ago, I thought maybe I should just reach out to our culture department, and I wrote her an email. And she very, very positively responded, and thank you so much for letting this happen. I really appreciate it. Also, thank you to Deputy Director Athel O, who has been instrumental in sorting out all the logistics. Lanu as well, who has been helping, who helped doing the initial communication. All the technicians, without you, we can't have events like this. And most of all, especially students like you as well, and all the friends, especially the online friends who I haven't met physically, and I'm sure you all are there, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, so because I've got loads of slides to go through, I'm going to start talking about myself and plow through it. Okay. So for this session, I've compiled a mixture of old and current works. So I will start with showing some old works of mine, which I did during my student days, followed by some video clips, and then going on to a short film, and then finally ending with a Q&A. It will be a long session, but I hope you are able to bear it. Lino is basically the material that you use on the floor. So these are all processes where artists, historically, like printmaking, start what? Okay, I'll give you a very quick history of printmaking. So it started in the East, Far East, and then it moved to Europe, and that's when they started using all sorts of materials. Like it started with woodcuts. They used to make all the prints, all the Bibles and illustrations in the Bibles were carved on wood before all these modern technology existed. So from wood it developed to all sorts of mediums, like nowadays of course you use offset printing, and now you have the digital printing. But traditionally it was a very manual process. And artists, as always, they started improvising those mediums to make art. So lino art was one such medium where, and also artists, because they're always poor ethical in a way, so they're always trying to find alternative materials, like cheap materials to produce. Because sometimes canvases can be expensive. So this lino is a material which is used for floor, but they use things, tools, and chemicals to burn through them and make images. So this is basically carved into a lino and using chemicals, burn the material.
Sir, can you highlight the role of art as a catalyst, as a transformation, especially in the fine arts? And you know that you have been on artist talk is going on today.
Well, if you look into history, most movements or many important events in world history has been instigated in some way or the other. It involves art. And because we are all artists in our own way, in our own rights, and I think we are at the time now. I especially chose that topic here to present in Nagaland because everyone knows what's going on in Nagaland at the moment, and also there's no point repeating what's been happening. And there has been blame flying all around. By doing this presentation where the main theme is called art as a catalyst for social transformation, I'm trying to say that we are all artists in our own rights, in our own way, and that each of us has got a responsibility. We all have our roles to play in society, and that if we come together, we need to come together in the first place to play a role, to have a proper role, to play that role properly, to play out the story, to play out anything. We need to work as a team. And that's what I want to talk about today. I think I haven't been seeing Naga art I have been seeing, but I haven't seen a proper exhibition for in the last 4 or 5 years. And even within that time, I've seen a huge development, a huge improvement in the quality of art. And that's a fantastic sign.
Do you find that the young Naga artists can compete to the national or international stage?
Absolutely. I think what we are lacking is a bit of the more platforms where they can be pushed. Artists, okay, it's good to say, oh, you have to paint, you have to draw, you have to sculpt, but at some point of time, you need a little bit of push as well. And I think to do that, I think the state government or organizations, or especially, we don't have, many arts sector, organization involved with arts sector in Nagaland, but the Art and Culture Department or government agencies could take a more active role in promoting the arts. And I know that there are lots of activities happening, but I think there needs to be more. Yeah, and in terms of talent, there's plenty.
So what would be your word of message, according to your experience, that you want to give up to the young Naga artists that is coming up, especially in the state of Naga?
Be genuine. Be true to yourself. Because that's another thing. If you be called an artist, you don't, just because you paint doesn't mean you're an artist. Just because you sculpt doesn't mean you're an artist. Art and creativity comes with responsibility. And you need to activate that. You need to use that and use it in a right way. Use it in a responsible way, in a responsible manner. Yeah. And to do that, it needs to come from the heart. Art needs to come from the heart. You don't do art to make money. You don't do art to put on a show. It's not only about exhibitions or how much money you make out of art. The true artists are the ones who do their work from the heart. And time is a good judge. Time will judge whether you are a good artist or not. And time is the best judge. It never lies. So be careful about that and try and be a genuine, good, true artist. Yeah.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.